Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the youth channel, No Shame in the Gospel. Today, I have somebody precious to interview. You're going to love this amazing kiddo that is really living with no shame. She dares to believe in Jesus. Please help me welcome my beautiful Malu. Look at this. Here's my beautiful Malu. Welcome, Malu.
Thank you.
Malu and I met in a very innocent situation. As you know, I am a nurse and I am a diabetes educator. So I work in the hospital, but a lot of times I review my patients and all of that in an office. My office is strategically located next to a subway, and this beautiful girl works in that subway. So I remember coming to work in the morning and seeing her face, her bubbly face all the time. This long Rapunzel hair is always tied up in the bun, but she has this beautiful face that doesn't require makeup. And I always look at her and I say good morning, and she will be hi, and then I go to work and come out. But I noticed that after hours, even after I finished doing my job and seeing all my patients, she was still there. And sometimes the subway was already closed, but she was still there. So I remember one day I came close and I say, hey, when are you going home? And then she said, well, I'm waiting for a ride. And then I said, how long are you gonna be waiting? I'm leaving right now. Do you want me to give you a ride? And then she said, no, I'm okay. I don't want to bother. I just want to wait. I said, you don't have to wait. It's on my way. You know, no matter where you live, I can take you and give you a ride. And so she finally, a little reluctantly, she decided to hop in my car, and I gave her a ride. But I think, honestly, before then, there was this day when I decided to wear the white dresses. And I wanted to take a full body picture in front of the office door. And I asked you if you could take that picture. Remember that day?
I remember it.
So I think that was the actual first time that we talked more than hi.
Yes. And that picture got so many likes, you know.
I know that picture got a lot of likes. And the reason why is you took a very nice picture of it. I'll show it to you in the video. But so we started talking. I started giving her rides, and very soon, we started liking each other. She will tell me things, and I will tell her things. And I told her, you want to spend Christmas with me in the house? And I invited her to spend Christmas with us last year. And then she told me all these naive ideas. She believes in Santa. She believes in all goods. She believes in people. And I noticed that she says a lot, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. And then one day I said, wait a minute, Malu, do you know what you mean when you say Jesus Christ? Do you know who Jesus Christ is? And then she said, yes, I know. I said, but you're Indian by nature. And she said, yeah. I said, aren't you supposed to have like a different belief? And she said, well, yeah, I believe in my culture, but I know who Jesus Christ is. And then I laughed. I remember I laughed. And I say, how do you know who Jesus Christ is? And that is the question, the first questions I want to ask you. How do you know who Jesus Christ is? So, my dear, how do you know who is Jesus Christ?
You're laughing?
Yes, I'm laughing. Because it was funny to me when you said, I know who Jesus Christ is.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yeah, because you know I'm Hindu, and I'm like, my caste is like upper caste. We can worship Jesus, we can believe, but it's really hard to choose who you should worship, you know.
Okay.
And I don't.
What do you mean by caste?
Because in India,
there's a lot of people don't know what you're talking about right now.
we have like mainly like 3 different castes in India. There's Hindu, Muslim, and Christian.
Okay.
So there's other different castes too, but these 3 castes are really, really like very important in our country.
Okay.
So in that, if a Hindu, we have like almost like a 3 crore god, different god, 3 crore, like means 3 millions of god we have.
Oh, okay.
And Christian have 1 god, Islam have I think 1 god. I don't know much about Islam. So we have like more temple and more statues we actually worship.
A lot of temples and
Yeah,
statues.
a lot of temples. Wherever you go, in every corner, you're gonna find one of the god or goddess.
Okay.
And like we have man god and woman god. So we think like a man god is kind of he actually protect our world, and the woman god is the mother of yours, like whole mother, like that we worship.
Okay.
So, but I'm from like from my childhood I was quite different, so I started to celebrate Christmas.
Do they celebrate Christmas in India?
No, I think I'm the first person in that the whole town making crib and Christmas tree.
Oh, okay.
So when I started, everybody just looking so weird. Hey, why this Hindu girl doing this one? But definitely.
What did you do?
Because I'm making Christmas tree with the decorating. People think like, yeah, I'm crazy. You see that a tree full of things hanging there and here, and I bring this idea.
Okay.
Because I see in movies and so I want to do it myself too. But my mom supports me. My dad doesn't want to do that because he's really into the Hindu religion.
Okay.
But I don't have like that the Christmas decoration, so I find the balls and everything I cover with that, and stones with the color paper. I hang it
And then
around.
you hung it in there.
Yeah, I hook it in, and then I make the small crib and everything with the Jesus Christ, like little
Aww.
baby. That's my mom actually make it. She's an artist, so she can make anything. She draw, she do everything, so she made that way. So that's the way I started. But after that,
How old were you when you started doing that?
I think I'm 7.
Okay, 7 years old.
Yeah,
All
7
right.
years old. That time I started to do that. We have 2 kind of festival in India. One is Christmas, like as a Hindu.
Okay.
One is Christmas and second is Onam. That's a 2 kind of celebration we getting 10 days off in school.
Okay.
So the first thing I said is Hindu and second one is Christian, right? Like that's the Hindu thing. I never gonna celebrate it. I never celebrate anything about that. That one we have to do 10 days. We have to do decoration with the flowers.
Okay.
We have to do that 10 days with the new flowers, like real fresh flowers.
Real fresh flowers.
But I do 2 days and I just give up. But
Okay.
Christmas is not that. I never give up. I just waited for that thing to.
To celebrate it.
Yes, I was really into that, and still I'm saying Christmas is the best thing ever for me.
Okay. And then, what happened? You told me a story about how you actually met Jesus.
Yes, that. Okay, like I told you, I don't get a clarification until like a 3 hours thinking like maybe every kids have we actually make up so many things,
Yes.
imaginary friends.
Yes.
So I was sleeping in a crib. Like our crib is not like here crib, it's like a cloth crib.
Okay.
So I'm sleeping in there. So I always put my legs outside. Like I think 2 ways. So another guy coming and I told you like he just move it.
You rocked the crib.
Yeah, he just
Okay.
move it and he just come. And first time it's happened, and second time it's happened. So I have a lot of uncles there. Like my mom's brother, they have 3. But this face is not like a similar for me. So 1, 2, I think 3 times. I think I see like 2 times, and then actually it's gone. And then again one of the night, only night time I see that. Like,
Okay.
remember? So night. So I was keep asking everybody, where is he?
Where is he?
Yeah.
Aww.
Where is even the other guy? Like my other 3 uncles, I know them, their name and everything. And
You are 3 uncles, right?
Yeah, 3 uncles. So I asked him.
So they were saying that whoever you were seeing were one of your uncles.
Yeah, that's why.
But you knew it wasn't.
No, nobody, because nobody have a beard like that. Like kind of little beard and long hair, like a little bit long hair. I don't remember too much, but long hair. They're full shaved, no, like nothing here. And I was keep telling, and people then say, hey, this age is that age, they have imaginary friends. So when I was 3, I was still saying it that. And then one day like a 4 or 5, I see the family picture. So still I don't see, that guy who I'm looking is not there. So but in top of that there is one little picture of Jesus Christ with like a yellow gown and red color stuff in there, and long hair, but not looking exactly like what I'd seen. It's different, but kind of
Very
same.
similar.
Because the guy I seen is brown,
Okay.
not white. I
Okay.
don't know why, but that picture looked like a white man with this thing.
Uh-huh.
He looked like brown guy. So this has happened, and then I asked him. Then I'm thinking, why this guy's picture is different than this? Why he's not in our family picture? He's so important, or he's out of seriously
Out of the picture.
Yeah, and I was thinking maybe something happened with the grandma. Maybe he don't want him to different in our picture.
He doesn't want to be part of
Seriously, I was
He
thinking.
doesn't want to be part of the family picture.
Yeah, because our family picture is there and just above this picture. So I'm thinking maybe this guy have some problem with his people. That's why he's a different picture and different portrait. Thinking like all the time, and then I was thinking, and then I asked my grandma. I still remember, do you have any problem with this other uncle? And she said, what you talking about? But she doesn't know how to explain to me because he's more into Hindu. She said,
But she knew that was
yeah,
Jesus?
she knew, and she said, that's a different God. I said, oh.
Oh.
And then inside me, I see in my religion, I see so many gods with so much ornaments and with too
And
much
this is so
jewelry.
plain.
And I said, why? No, I said, wow, this man is super smart, like modeling kind of person. I see like there is so many modeling job I see in the film where they have like long hair like that and do this.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have any ornaments. Even man, God we worshipping have so much jewelry in their body. He doesn't have none of that. What he wearing is kind of yellow kind of cloth, but that's like
Very simple.
Yeah, very simple. I couldn't understand that, and I thought. And then I'm thinking this way. I said, and then my mom one day told me, whoever died, they become the part of God. I said, maybe he died and he become a part of God. That's why she's saying this way, because she doesn't know how to explain to me so much.
Mm-hmm.
So when I start like six, and I'm 6 years old, 7 years old, then I actually recall it. Then I actually try to relay everything. And I understand the person that I seen is Jesus.
Beautiful.
But when I say this to anybody, I don't say to so many people. I said only two people. They're saying that's imagination. I said 2 years old person doesn't know how to imagine anything. You need to be 6 or 7
To have a clear
yeah
understanding of what you imagine.
And I'm not imagining.
And what was it that because at some point he kind of interacted with you. He told you something when he came and rocked your crib. You say he said something to you, or you felt
like
at ease or something that.
But I don't remember that. But the only thing I remember is smiling.
Smiling at you.
Smiling. I can't, because maybe I'm so
little. You were so little.
So I couldn't. But I see that he's smiling. I don't remember him one time because he came 3 times. That's why he's making clear. And I was thinking like, normally we can't imagine a person with a hair or mustache. I'm not brilliant.
The thing is, what caught my attention when you first told me that, what caught my attention is that you are describing the image that we know about Jesus. I mean, nobody has seen it here. People, Jesus was a real God that made himself a human to save us. So he was here on earth. He worked on earth. That's what the history is divided into before Christ and after Christ. He actually came to the world, and people from his era get to meet him. And that's what the drawings and the images from his face and his look has come to us. But in this century, nobody has seen him. Yet, the picture that we know about Jesus, what we know about Jesus, it fits exactly the description you gave me. So when you told me that, I was getting goosebumps, because I say, she is actually talking about Jesus, the Jesus that I know. And I immediately knew something that I remember telling you. I told you, he has chosen you.
I remember that.
Remember that? He has chosen you specifically because he has beautiful plans and dreams for your life. It's amazing that out of your culture, out of the religion that surrounded you, beyond your knowledge because of the age, you knew it was Jesus who was presented to you. and now I'm here to tell you, you were chosen from that. So when you started to learn about who Jesus was, I don't know how, but you find yourself a Bible.
Yeah.
And I know you read the Bible.
Yeah.
And I know you are starting to walk with Jesus.
Yes.
And you just told me not too long ago that one of the reasons why you believe he really exists and he's a real God is because he's the only one out of all the gods that you learn about that has really presented to you.
Yeah.
And answer some of your questions in prayers. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. Like, I never see, okay, we actually believe that God exists, right? But nobody's seen anybody. So right now in the modern world, it's really hard to believe that we can't see. So if somebody says it exists and you can't even see about, that's how we're gonna believe it. But still, I don't see him like it after that. But still, that's my first image in my life when I was a baby. So it's still inside my brain. That's the thing, like convert into. I don't know. Maybe eventually, if I see him, maybe that's not that much effect. But that's 2 years old baby seeing like that actually convert you into a different direction.
Great. That's beautiful. So, this girl has adopted me as a mama.
Of course.
And that's the reason why I'm wearing this shirt today. You know, I always wear a shirt that kind of relates me to my guest. The reason why I'm wearing the mama is because this girl,
Always a girl.
she always run to me when I pass by. Before it was hi, now it's hello ma, and then she runs after me
Like a 2-year baby.
like a 2-year-old baby, and she hugs me and she tells me, don't go away, I want you to stay with me. So I make it my mission to be there for her like a mother, and because her mother is not here. And that's another thing that I want you to share with our viewers. What are you doing here? Because you're supposed to be in India.
Yes, that's a really good question. I'm supposed to be in India.
You're supposed to be in India.
See, I done my all my school and everything in India, but I done my graduation diploma from London. So that's in computer science, and eventually I tried to apply in New Zealand, but it's got rejected. I get in completely depression. But you know, somehow America is so far for me. I say like I've gone like a village. I'm a poor, like a middle, not kind of poor girl. So I don't have that much fund to come to America. But when I try America, it was really easy for me to get here. Everything fast.
You know why? Because Jesus had a plan. He wanted us to meet. He was seeing in the future of that 2-year-old girl this very moment. Go on.
Everything. If I write down anything to the and when I apply for London, I write in a small letter because I am not allowed to go to church. So there is a small kind of a box we can put our prayer. So I put my first prayer is this one. I want to go to London. I don't have money, but it's visa come up, everything like a fine. The second thing, I don't write for New Zealand, but I write for America. I said, God, I don't have any money because New Zealand I tried everything going in a bad way. I don't have much money. So please help me. Please stay with me. That's I never say please help me. Please stay with me.
That's what you ask God all the time. Stay with me.
Stay with me. And boom, it's happened. And the biggest challenge I ever get is when I get in Los Angeles. They actually interview me for 9 hours.
Wow.
That's actually very toughest thing I ever faced, because they actually interview like 3 hours, every section people, and then they took all my clothes out. And they check all my body, everything, and it's kind of, you know, that make your mind like boom. It's like, what's going on, God?
Why do they have to do all of that?
And they're saying they have some kind of interview, like a different interview about how you get here. So when they see my graduation plan from London and everything, okay, I don't know, but that's not necessary to come to. You have to go with 9 hours interview.
I know.
And when I come out,
it's probably because of you know, all that happens in that side of the world is so scary for the Americans, unfortunately, because some of the Muslims, unfortunately, some of the cultures, sometimes are not very well understood in our country, and there have been issues. There have been issues of terrorism and other misunderstandings. There's a lot of politics between that. So I'm assuming for the purpose of safety, they just are very picky when it comes to someone coming from that side of the world. It's my version of it. I don't really know.
But it's actually so finally, after that whole interview and everything, December 25, I came to America.
December 25?
Yeah, everything happened
Christmas?
Yes. December
didn't know that part.
December 25, 12 in the like 12 a.m.
So
I landed
wow.
Everything, even in London, I get out there, I think, on the Christmas time. That's December, but here I came on 25. Everything in my life changed, like a big change coming 25 on the Christmas.
Usually around Christmas.
Yes, and see, it's same you, I really close with you before, but actually I've been really close with you when I come to your Christmas on the church.
Yeah, that's it. That's really interesting.
So 25, I think.
Well, I can't wait to see what's going to happen
and the this Christmas. I was saying same thing every time, because I've gone through so many things and before, like troubles and everything, but Christmas come with something good news every time.
Very good. And now that you mentioned troubles and stuff that you've gone through before, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I want you to tell our audience over here that you're one, I don't want to say lucky, I want to say you are one blessed, chosen girl.
Yes.
Because not all the Indian girls have the blessing of coming to the United States and getting away from so many things that are not, I don't know how to say it without offending anybody, but so many things are different from the life and the reality that girls on this side of the world live. I don't want you to give details, but would you mind looking at the camera and sharing some of the things that you went through or other girls go through in your country?
All right. Like right now it's very different. Right now everything is getting, people have more freedom, like girls have more freedom. But when I grow up, I don't have that much freedom. You can't choose your own man, like anything like that. You have like certified. You have to be, in your home. You should follow your parents. You should like a good daughter. But I have a very rough childhood. Like my father and my mother every day having issues and everything. And I don't want to specify things, but I've gone through so many abuse. I'm almost near to, sometimes I luckily escape from rape and everything too. And
that's something common.
Yeah, it's just kind of common. It doesn't matter how secure you are, you will face at one point.
Yes.
And actually my father is supposed to protect me, but he is one of the most person that make me insecure in many places. He's really good in some point, but after he drunk, he completely changed. He couldn't see me as a daughter. And second thing is, if you are a girl, this is generally, I think most of the people right now doing in India, if you know that you have a baby that's a girl, you should abort it, because in India.
You believe that to begin with? You shouldn't even have the right to leave if you're a girl?
Yes.
How come people abort something so beautiful?
Thank you. And my mom fight for that so much, because when doctor told her I'm a girl, so my father doesn't want me to, and she doesn't want to do that. She just try her best to
keep you alive, to bring you to the world.
And that's actually
that was a rough beginning.
Yeah, she actually gone through so much. She got hate, she got so much abuses.
Wow.
And she actually made that point anyway. And finally I am here. But still, when I grow up, my father always wanted a boy. This is like a simple thing. Even when we both are studying in the same school, me and my brother, my father always pay my brother tuition fees, but not me. My father always buy his shoes, not me. And it's like,
it was a preference, a very marked preference for the boy rather than the girl. That's so sad. That must have been such a lonely childhood.
Yeah, at a certain point, I have a shoes, but it not fit anymore because 3 years I'm using same shoes. So I still remember that I cut the side because then my foot gonna be out. I can go to school because when I go to school, the best thing is I'm studying in English medium school, but they make you, okay, your uniform is improper. 5 rounds, and that big round I had to run.
Gosh.
And I couldn't tell them. My father doesn't buy me, and my mom that time doesn't have
enough money to buy me shoes.
But she actually, what she did is she figured it out when I am like fourth grade, fifth grade. She studied and she finished her graduation. Then she go for
She's a teacher. You told me, right?
Yeah, that's after that she just go for a technopark. She studied the animation and everything. She become lecturer with that, and that's how she actually have a little bit of financial stability. So actually, she's a strong, okay, at least she just get up for that.
She stand for you, and she was able to provide for you, as much as she could.